Hello viewers and welcome to an exciting, very exciting video wherein I've actually got something for everybody. Have a look. It's a huge big delivery. It's heavy and it's already cut. Hang on. I'll cut this end and let's just say it's almost like having a second kid. Oh, that does look fantastic. Oh, and wow, look at that. I'm surprised at the thickness of it. Oh, it's bent. Oh, I'll have to use that one for the copy edit, but look at that. A Machine of Blood. The Full Life of a Robot 2 by J.T. Moriarty. That's me, by the way. You can buy this right now on Amazon, and the first book is up for like 99 cents, but yeah, just wow. And look, on the back. J.T. Moriarty has changed the way I think about life. J.T. Moriarty. Yeah, I'd say that about me. Anyway. That is exciting to see. That looks, look at this.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I took a photo. Oh no, I didn't.
For comparison, no, that looks, oh my god, how good does that look? But for comparison, 99 cents, I haven't changed the price on that, but for the print copy, just, oh, that looks, no, that looks, oh, choppers, look at that. That's fantastic. Can you see I'm excited? Anyway, there'll be a third one here soon. I do have a rest of the video, but I just had to show you that first. Anyway, time to get on with that. So,
Hello and welcome to this, our 8th video for simple vids about reading. A simple video this week. We're not talking about any particular book. I thought it would be nice to take a moment and just tell you more about myself and reading and how I got to being a writer, especially seeing this blog is about promoting reading and writing and getting people to, do more of them, to encourage it and push it, I will say, annoyingly, this is take 2 because I was recording take 1, got to the end and realized that my phone was completely silent and had not recorded a thing of the previous 10 minutes, I don't know what. Anyway, reading, when did I start? Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. Goosebumps was a very good, very easy introduction to reading, especially reading on my own. And I like the horror element. So there might be silly ones like The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena or the doll who keeps coming back. I forget his name. He was always ugly. Monster Blood. The first book that really got me for Goosebumps was The Masked Mutant. Within it, a boy's reading a comic book about this character, the Masked Mutant, and he's the bad guy, not the actual good guy. I'm pretty sure people investigate and a lot of them die and they wind up in horrible slashed and cut up sort of situations, but he finds an address in the comic, I think, and he goes and investigates and finds out it's real. And the Masked Mutant's mansion is like right there. So he's like, I got to investigate. I got to see if this is real, but like this is just unbelievable. The kid goes inside, walks around for a bit and walks into a side door. And when he goes through, it locks shut and seals behind him. And this was the first time I really got scared reading a book and I was actually there in the moment. The way back is cut off. All the way to the left is just one tunnel that he sees goes on until you can't see it anymore. And all the way to the right, it's the same thing. Just goes off until you can't see anymore. So he's in the guy's mansion. The guy doesn't know he's there. If he sees him, he's going to be angry. We know he kills people. And in terms of speed and outrunning him, you're in a corridor with no twists or turns. Like, you've lost as soon as he sees you, if he sees you. From Goosebumps, I moved on to Animorphs, which is much more of a young adult science fiction sort of series. And a group of about 4 or 5 kids, they can transform into animals. There's an alien technology, I think it's called the Source. They're all called something funny like that, or the Tesseract, or the plot device, it thickens. But they can transform into animals, but it's got a time limit. If you're in an animal form for about an hour or more, you get stuck as that animal forever, and you can't transform back out of it, which I thought was a really cool twist. It was natural tension. It was automatic rules for this sort of scientific magic system of transforming into something else really cool. And it got very creative with the characters and solutions and how they would find solutions to the problems that they faced. The Yerks were the bad guys, who were these horrid little black slug things that would actually crawl into you and take control of you. Then there was the Andalites, who were 4-legged, scorpion-tailed, giant, weird things with no mouth, but they had the nose coming where the mouth was, 2 eyes and stalks, I think. But it's definitely something to give to younger readers. maybe about teens, so 11 plus. Yeah, no, they were a good series. And yeah, I don't know, I just enjoyed the theme and reading about them. It was around that point I started asking adults, family and friends, what do you think I should read? I'm really interested. I want to try something big and challenging. And they mentioned Lord of the Rings, the biggest piece of fantasy that there is. Ironically, not too much magic in it. For something that's fantasies, obviously there's magic, there's elves and dwarves. That's three, obviously top three things that needs to be in fantasy. There's not a great deal. Everybody warned me it was a really big read, and I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. I'll just read it and keep going and see how I get. And if I don't understand entire chunks, then that's fine. I can come back to it later. I enjoyed the whole thing, the story of it, the legend of it, the monsters. I liked the ring wraiths. They were very cool. The storyline wasn't too bad. I thought it was cut up weird because I told you before that there was 6 books originally and they smooshed them together. So that's why you get such a split between Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn. And then on the other side, you've got Sam, Frodo, and Gollum trying to, figure out whatever's going on. Also, I found 1984 around the same time. Now, this wasn't suggested to me. I found it myself on many, many lists, and I decided to read it because it wasn't set for me as homework. So I came to it because I wanted to. And then I just heard that, Lord of the Rings was hard, but I read it. So I thought, well, what's another hard, big, good read? And 1984 was it. It was the most amazing novel I've ever read. And I didn't know you could do that with a book. I was amazed. And I thought, great, I want to do that with books. I want people to read stuff that I've done and be like struck and like, that's amazing, and just think about it for the rest of their lives. And I want to see, can I do that? And if not, how close can I get? That's amazing. So with those two sort of really big books under my, having been read quite early, I just thought, well, okay, I may as well become a writer because they always have stories and ideas. And we'll just see if it can't, put it out there and be popular and have people like it and read it. That would be great. And even if they don't, I'll enjoy having done it. I would do other things for entertainment as well. It wasn't like I just read books. We had video games. We had the Mega Drive, not the Super Nintendo back then. Movies, computer games like One Must Fall. It's 2 robots fighting and killing each other. So I had a good mix of entertainments. The best thing about reading was that you were the director. You got to decide how people looked. Even if you didn't like the description, you could just cheat and say, all right, she looks better as a brunette. One character in Dragonflight, she is a brunette. I missed that fact. For some reason, I thought she was blonde, and she's always blonde to me now. Can't fix it. Even if I watch the movie, I'd be like, that's wrong. That's wrong. So with that sort of mentality, I'm like, all right, cool. I clearly want to tell stories and finish them different. I won't say better, different from how they actually went the intended way. And it was just a natural to become a writer after that. Qualifications wise, I do have a Bachelor of Communications. That's really good. All it will really help you do is get into a master's of something else. I tried a master's of teaching, got to the classroom and found I didn't like it actually to work in classrooms. I was fine to work with kids, it was high school, but I didn't like the rest of it. So I got out of that, thought, no, that's fine, but do something else. And I found the Masters of Writing down at Swinburne University Technology. So I've got my Masters of Writing. That's it. I mean, a lot of people say, hey, I can write, but I can say, no, it's official. A university will back me up on that. Whether they'll say it publicly, I don't know. That's a different thing. But anyway, you've read my stuff. You know what it's like. So back in 2014, going back a couple of years now, I actually finished The Full Life of a Robot Part 1, the first draft. I was writing it for a bit, and then it was just dragging its feet, and I'm like, come on, you got to finish it. So I promised I would finish it that year, and I finished it on December 31st of 2014. So very technically, I did finish it that year. Then it sat around for a bit. I edited it quite a few times. I'd say too many times. It's been edited about 7 or 8 times in total when you don't need that many. And then 2019, my friend Ash got me to publish it, and it was a good feeling to just get it published and to sort of brush off the cobwebs. Like, why had it sat for 5 actual years being edited and not just being out there for sales? Took that down. I've published it now myself, so it's under my publishing. And then 2021, we're in that year now, aren't we? not 20, oh, we're in 22 now, back in 2021. So July 1st, 2021, I began writing Full Life of a Robot 2, A Machine of Blood. The idea was to finish it and then let it sit for about a month and then edit and have it out for December at Christmas time sales. Obviously that didn't happen because it wasn't released until the 31st of January, but we took the time we needed, and I found out, you know, I can write a story that quickly. It comes out as Wix did, and it's fine because Wix's character matches that style of writing as well. She's not very super thought out. She's not an idiot, but in terms of reacting, she'll react with her emotions, often immediately. It matches her character much more so. Then for the next robot, it's scheduled for a 2023 release, so I've got all this year and next year to technically finish it. Right now, I'm taking a break because I've just finished writing a book. Maybe 1 month or two before I begin looking at what seriously to begin writing next. So for the current, let's call it a 5-year plan, we've got Write Robot 2, Write Robot 3, Write Robot 0, Write Robot 4. And then that would sort of be it. Then over here, we start something new. I don't know if it will be more of the robot collection, which is not out yet and might have confused you because it's got nothing to do with the Full Life of a Robot series. But who knows? That's just how things go. Yeah, thank you all so much. Please remember to like and share and comment and tick the little green bell and subscribe. That's it, subscribe. It helps a lot. And I appreciate that you've watched all of my videos so far. It has been fun making them. I will continue to make them. But I don't know if the schedule might change because every week, it's doable. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pretend with this book. This is actually a story I wrote back in high school. So, oh, I'm Moriarty. What are you reading?